So welcome to Bunny's Designs. This is Impromptu Sunday, and it's getting a bit cold and miserable out there now. It's half past 5 in the evening, and it's just turning yuck. So we're working in Magical Dawn by Hanna Karlzon, and this is the particular book. I am not colouring it in its finished state. I'm scratching colour in it on all the pages, and I'm starting at the beginning of the book so that I don't forget any pages. It's my new rule. So this one was Neocolour 2s. This one was Derwent pencils, and I've just covered them in tracing paper so that the colours don't rub off each other. So I'm hoping that these are going to be really vibrant. So that's the Derwent pencils. Oopsie, sorry about the crinkling. I think this one is Derwent pencils as well. There is a video on this one, but I'm not sure what that one is. I can't really remember what it is. It could be Neocolour 2s. I think it's Neocolour 2s. This one is pastel, and again they're a lot more vibrant, but I've got them under protection, so they will be, once they are set with a brush, they will be they won't run, but just while they're in their natural state. So I intend to go through the whole book, scratch the colour and not activate it, so that when this is full I can take it away with me with just a water brush and no other supplies, and I can colour the entire book. Now what probably will happen is I will fill it with colour, and then I will start to colour it probably by the new year. In the new year this will be full of dry water-based medium, either pastel or crayon or pencil, and I will then activate it at a later stage, so you could fill the whole book and then take it away on holiday with just a water brush, and yet you can still have all your gorgeous colours. But today I'm going to be using the Derwent Graphitint. This is a set of 24 pencils, and I actually have them on the back of my Derwent watercolour pencils in my Derwent art bag. They just happen to sit nice at the back. So we've got 24 colours, and you can't judge the colours too much, but they're in my little colour book of watercolours. Now I'm going to be making some bigger squares like I have with the others, but this is my original set. And so you can use them from a paper palette, and you can get the 10 tones from each pencil again. So even though there's only 24, there's 240 potential shades here. Oh, hi Mel, welcome to Bunny's Designs. These are Derwent Graphitint. I don't have the box with me, but they're kind of a charcoal or a pencil with a little bit of colour in them. They're kind of muted, so I use them. There is a video on this page. You'll find it on YouTube up there in the playlist, and it'll either be under Joanna Basford or it'll be under the pencil, because I normally put my 511 videos are either found by the book or they're found by the water-based medium that I'm using. So that it'll be acrylics, or it'll be watercolour, or it'll be Derwent Inktense, Derwent watercolour pencil. So you can find it under the playlist up there under different sections. But of course all the Joanna's ones will be under Joanna Christmas, under Kirby Roseanne's, if that's his book, but they're all under each individual pencil as well. So under the Derwent watercolour pencils, you will find some of Joanna's videos, and you will find some of the other videos as well. But I really like these kind of muted tones. And again, you scratch a bit of colour and then you activate it with a brush. So there's only 24, but as I say, they've all got the colours, and they don't look particularly different here. So you really could do with the palette, and if you're going to make a colour swatch, you may as well make a colour palette. So I can take these out with me and leave the pencils at home, and I've still got enough to do a page if I want it, by touching the colour with a damp brush and colouring. But today I'm not doing that in this book. I'm scratching colour in this particular book to activate at a later stage. And my wrists have been really, really naughty today. Sorry, that's the Alfie being a bad puppy, as per usual, so apologies for that. So this looks like it's a bit of a shiny stone, and I like the amethyst, but we've got an aubergine and a juniper. And I think, oh, for goodness sake, Alfie Cross. I think I like the aubergine. I'm going to try the aubergine for the top one. And so how I do this, and my pencils are a little bit, I'm having to use a sharpener. So I'm using, it says for pastels, but it's the only one I can get hold of at the minute. Just to give me, I've never actually used this one. I didn't even know it said Derwent pastels on it. And I don't normally waste. Oh, look at that. Ooh. I'm just started to look at pencil sharpeners because I don't normally. So what I'm going to do is, if you think about light, I normally like it coming from this side because I'm left-handed, so it's just easier for me. So things at this side are going to have a highlight and things underneath will have a shadow. So that means that these facets here will be paler than these down here. So again, I'm not sure if I want down here, sorry, I've got aubergine, or up here. So I'm just very carefully, and I'll do this for a minute, then I'll zoom in, just very gently do a single layer. Now I don't really know what's going on. The only disadvantage of doing this one is the fact that if I fill this book with Neocolor 2s, Inktense pencils, Derwent pencils, watercolor pencils, watercolor crayons, art bars, Graphitint, that's nearly a suitcase of water-based products. No, it's all right, don't matter. So that's okay. The disadvantage is you scratch the colour, but you can't see the overall effect. So it might be that you need to practice in another book first. And these, I certainly can't remember how well they react. So what you would normally do is scratch a bit of colour, take your water brush, and then see how bright that is, and then work round it. But because I'm scratching colour in, I'm guessing. I do know